More than 200 million people in Indonesia are eligible to cast their votes to pick the next leader of the world's third largest democracy. Analysts expect all three presidential candidates to retain a tight grip on their respective stronghold provinces. Electoral heavyweights Java and Sumatra were by far the most visited regions during the campaign period. And it's no wonder, with Java accounting for more than half of Indonesia's total permanent voter list, and Sumatra more than a fifth, the majority coming from North Sumatra. The three candidates have crisscrossed Java alone more than 80 times since November. Java has 6 main provinces, out of which almost a half of total votes come from West Java, East Java and Central Java. Winning here, analysts say, is a good indicator of ultimate success. In 2019, exit polls projected President Widodo's victory after he attained a jump in votes for Central and East Java, despite former rival Prabowo Subianto making inroads in Sumatra and Sulawesi. Drilling further down into West Java, regarded as a Prabowo Subianto stronghold, over 35 million voters and the seat of the capital, Jakarta. Mr. Prabowo leads here, but not too far behind is former Jakarta Governor Anies Baswedan. Both are looking to capture the conservative Islamist vote, a small yet significant bloc. A home to 31 million voters, East Java turned into a fierce battleground after its governor, Hofifa Indah Parawansa, threw her support behind Prabowo Subianto. And as the head of the influential Muslim organization NU, critics say Hofifa's influence could boost the former defense minister's chances, potentially amounting to an easy win. In Central Java, the Indonesian Democratic Party of Struggle, or PDIP's Ganjar Pranowo, earned the support of former President Megawati Sukarnoputri in a high-profile snub to Joko Widodo. But Ganjar is in a tight race with the president's son, Gibran Raka Buming Raka, a mayor whose vice presidential ticket has been marred with controversy due to his father's alleged influence. Hoping to repeat his 2019 victory in Sumatra, experts say Mr. Prabowo is set to retain his grip on Indonesia's second most populous province. But success does depend on his ability to win over non-Muslim voters while keeping a stronghold on Islamic conservatives. One state to watch more for policy than for its people politics is East Kalimantan, where there has been both backlash and support for the government's Nusantara capital city project. Anies Baswedan is a vocal opponent of that, whereas Prabowo and Ganjar both back the $35 billion move. In this election, Nusantara will, for the first time, be put to the popular test. For more on next week's election, CNA's Olivia Marzuki joins us live from Jakarta. Olivia, tell us more about the latest preparations and sentiment on the ground.
Well, hello from Jakarta, Wei Su. Well, it's only Thursday now, but to me it feels like the weekend already, and I'll tell you why. What we see now is not a typical Jakarta traffic on a weekday, and that's mainly because today is a public holiday. It's Isra Mi'raj, which is a holy day in the Islamic calendar. So obviously schools, offices are shut for an extended break, which will coincide with the Chinese New Year holiday. And we see that many Jakartans are cooped up at home or are in the shopping malls or out of town. What we know for sure is that the three presidential candidates are not in town. Anies Baswedan is in Garut, West Java today for the last leg of his campaign trail. Prabowo Subianto is in Bandung, West Java, after a massive rally yesterday in Medan. And Ganjar Pranowo is in Banyuwangi, East Java. He made quite a spectacle this afternoon when he jumped out of a helicopter on a parachute to greet his supporters. So it seems that as far as election campaign goes, all the actions are currently taking place outside of the capital city. But don't be mistaken, this could be the calm before the storm. Both Prabowo and Anies are set to hold their final rally in Jakarta on Saturday, which marks the final campaign day before the Sunday cooling off period kicks off. And exactly 5 days from now, on Valentine's Day, 14th of Feb, Indonesians will show their love for their elected president and also representatives for parliament.
Oh, speaking of love, Olivia, there have been concerns about impartial or lack of neutrality from the incumbent president. Sporadically, from different groups over the last few weeks, the last few months, there have been concerns about Mr. Joko Widodo's neutrality about these elections. More recently, we've seen student protests as well. What can you tell us about this?
Yes, several ministers reportedly are discontented with President Jokowi's alleged overspending of social aid and also leaning or impartial or favoring one particular candidate ahead of the polls. So among them who are unhappy is Finance Minister Sri Mulyani Indrawati. Sources say that she has privately told Megawati Soekarno-Putri from the ruling PDIP party, but was advised against quitting before her term ends in October for the sake of national stability. So for the foreseeable future, those ministers are likely to stay put in their post despite their disgruntlement. But it's a different picture across nationwide universities and academic communities. Top universities, more than 30 of them, have come out in full force to protest against the alleged partiality of President Joko Widodo and alleged abuse of power. So as we speak, the president continues to face mounting criticism and allegations of ethical and legal breaches. The students' demand is pretty simple. They want the president to stay neutral. And as we know, in his latest statement, the president says he will not actively participate or join any campaign events in the run-up to the voting day.
Oh, thanks to Olivia Marzuki reporting live to us there from Jakarta.